Hello there, come with me on a tour down to the Tête Chien trail. This is located in Sinaku in the Kalinago Territory. If you're coming in from Castle Bruce, this is the point called the Sinaku Quek. On the left, there's a road going uphill, and on the right, that's the road leading to the trail. And if you come into the Kalinago Territory route, look for a white bus stop and this upstairs and downstairs building where the below part is painted red. And if you are still unsure, don't be afraid to ask for directions. So stay tuned as I have something very interesting to share with you about the site. Do wear long pants for the sandflies. We are passing through the housing scheme that's down there. And on the left, you can see the Sineku playing field. Right here, you'll find this old concrete building with an intriguing painting. So l'escalier Tête Chien is the Creole term and it means the staircase of the great serpent. I'm gonna give you further details when we get to the site, but in a nutshell, this huge snake came out of the sea, traveled up the mountain, leaving a trail behind, and settled into a cave. It is said that the Kalinago people would go up to that cave, smoke tobacco, and commune with the snake, and through its magical powers, it would grant them their wishes. So this is where the concrete road ends after the housing scheme. And now a grassy trail begins. At the stop sign, there's a viewpoint of the mountains of Castle Bruce. On either side of the trail, you will find people's farmlands, so you're gonna see lots of crops and trees like jelly trees and mango trees and all sorts of trees. The trail is well kept, so you don't have to worry about walking through tall grass. As you can see, I've got slippers on, but that's because it was a dry day. So I would highly recommend wearing proper shoes because you never know when it will rain or when the weather will change. The trail is pretty simple, but it's better to be safe than sorry. It's almond season, y'all, and there are several of these trees along the trail. So right here is our first official viewpoint. You can have a rest, you can take pictures. The structure was renovated from its more natural state to a more modern look so as to withstand harsh weather conditions. It is made of concrete, wood, and galvanized. Look at that beautiful architectural design. We are almost to the site, and you will recognize this by the large stones that are piled on either side of the walkway. The sea is rough today, as you can see the swells, the white foam on the chin. This here is a solid wood coming from the fuchsia tree. I do not know what the English name is. If you know, put it down in the comment section below. It's used to make steps, as in this case, as well as craft items. This tree in front of me that's forming an arch, it's possibly over 100 years old. It is so ancient. And right here is the trail left by the belly of the snake when it was coming from the ocean. And we are venturing beyond the viewpoint structure because what I want to show you is down below. Do not attempt this if you are unfamiliar with rocky terrain or if you are a clumsy person, because the wind, the crashing waves, as well as the slope of the mountain can make you a bit lightheaded. Man, I was surprised to see a yacht in these raging waters.
Ready?
There's a side track that my husband is gonna take me to see the viewpoint from a different angle. This track is much riskier, so do not attempt this alone. That's technically his backyard, so I'm trusting him to keep me safe. He's checking to see if there are any loose stones underneath these slippery leaves.
You can go there, baby. Yeah.
The waves are crashing onto the shoreline and filling up these tiny pools that are in the rock. On a calm day, you are able to swim within these pools, but please do so with company. We're now gonna head to the rocks of the Snake's Trail. So here's how the legend goes. This huge snake came from the Minoko River in South America and traveled all the way up the Caribbean to Dominica, and from the waters in Siniku, it climbed its way up the mountain, all the way up, into a cave of the Magini Mountain, and that is where the Kalinago people went, smoked tobacco, and had their wishes granted because of its magical powers. That cave actually still exists today. The pathway is most likely covered in bush, but if I do venture up there, I will definitely share it with y'all. Here's Big Islet from my home village in Sensi.
That's where we was a while ago.
And this is the short sidetrack that we went to. We could have calmed down from there, but that was way too risky. So this here is what I wanted to show you guys. What do you see when you look at this piece of rock? Is it just me or are you seeing what I'm seeing? To be honest, I am a bit freaked out by that. So here's my hypothesis. I'm starting to believe that this thing came out of the water, shuffled its way up the mountain, circled back, and comfortably settled itself overlooking the ocean with its mouth wide open. And there it solidified itself because it's a magical entity after all. When I say that I am terrified of snakes, terrified, I am not exaggerating. That is one of my biggest fears. So tell me why I took my terrified self and went to sit in the cave of the snake's mouth. I'm sitting there holding my husband's hand and I am so tense. Perhaps had we brought tobacco to smoke, we would have had our wishes granted. Too bad we don't smoke. Wear proper shoes like my husband, unless of course you're a real bad country girl like me. The rock formation actually extends a bit further out underneath the sea.
See that?
People do bathe in these pools when the water is calm. Please only attempt to walk on these rocks when the sea isn't rough. My husband is doing so because the rocks are fairly dry and he has monitored the strength of the waves at this point. But he's only staying for a few seconds and he's gonna run back quickly. Baby, come back! So I am now inviting you to come to Tête Chien in Sineku in the Kalinago Territory and see the beauty of God's creation. Experience for yourself the fresh air, the songs of nature, the whole healing aura of just being in the atmosphere. The walk back can be a bit tiring since you're going uphill, but just take your time and you'll get there. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.